On this episode of What is Wrong with the BMW, I'm gonna try to replace the O2 sensor if it wants to cooperate and come out. And then also I'm gonna swap the wheels back to the stock ones for now because the tires are rubbing a little bit more than I'd like. So I'm gonna swap them to not have any more rubbing. As you can see, it's just throwing rubber up here and getting it all dirty on the side. And it's cutting in the tires a little bit. And I don't want that. So I'm gonna avoid it doing it anymore by just swapping them. I let some PB Blaster sit on the Bank 1 one, which is the one I need to replace, which is that one straight ahead. As you can see, the PB Blaster is melting at 700 degrees. And then, yeah, I broke it free pretty easy. So I'm waiting for the car to cool down so I can fish the wire from all the way up there. And then I'll swap it, plug the new one in, and hopefully no more check engine light. New sensors installed underneath. Here it is, I just need to plug it in. But what I would recommend to do is use your old sensor and kind of push the line with the connector facing down, push it down to where the new one is or where the sensor goes, and then tape on like this and then pull it up through the same path. That makes it a lot easier rather than trying to like push it up. Maybe if you remove this it'll be easier, but this is just what I did. It was pretty easy. All right, I cleared the code. So far so good, but I need to drive it a little bit because it takes a little bit to come on. So now I need to get the other side matching these wheels stocks. So I'm gonna swap them now and then this will be ready to go. It is back to stock wheels now, which is very unfortunate. I just really do not like those wheels. But I'm going on a trip soon and I don't want to be rubbing the whole way on 95 and everything. So this was the best option. They all have good tires. So yeah, that's good to go now. And hopefully no more check engine light. So it should be really done. The last thing I have to do is the oil pan gasket. And that just came in, but I'm gonna wait until I get back from my trip to do that. And then, so I'm gonna do that and buff it. And I've driven it around 500 miles so far and no issues whatsoever, just the O2 sensor. Yeah, but besides that, it's been doing great. Oil's staying consistent at the same level, coolant staying at the same level. So I'm really excited about that. I know somebody was asking me to review this screen. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's like any other like Chinese screen or whatever. You got Bluetooth and then it has GPS, but it's outdated and junk. It's got disc, radio, you know, all the stuff. It's a little cheap, feels cheap. But besides that, I mean, I just use it for Bluetooth and that's it. I always like single DINs more. So if I had more time, I probably would have just like installed a single DIN, but I wanted to get this in before my trip. So I just ordered the Amazon 1-day shipping one, which was this. And yeah, I can't complain. I'm very basic when it comes to technology in cars. I don't like a whole lot of technology. I like them more old-fashioned. Radio is pretty cool. I just always like single DINs better just because it's less stuff to look at and stuff. I don't like screens and all that. But I do like updated clusters and stuff like that, like the S2000 cluster, stuff like that. In the 8th gen cluster, I love those, but when it comes to like a infotainment screen, I don't really care for it just because I like to focus more on the car rather than like going on, like doing online stuff in the car and stuff like that. Still running great. Oh, and I know everybody's asking for more E46 content. They want to see more of the car. Those videos actually did really well. Pretty quick, so that was very surprising. So let me know what you want to see with the car. Like, I'll review it, I'll race it against other cars, I don't care. I won't go too fast with it, but I'll do like 0 to 60s and stuff like that. Once the clutch is broken in, I still have like probably 300 or 400 miles. I know I said I have 1,000 or 500 miles on the car, but a lot of that's been highway. I'm just gonna let it go a little bit longer rather than the normal like 500 miles, just because I want to make sure it's good. Definitely let me know what you want to see with this car or any of my other cars. Right now I have the E46, the CRX. I have a S2000 that I hardly drive. I need to make videos on that. That's the garage queen. And then I have the Mitsubishi van, which is turboed, 4G63 swapped. I'll have more stuff on that soon. I've just been waiting for the right time to work on that. I've been focusing on these projects. And yeah, I also have an Integra that I'm gonna post a video on soon, and it's my $600 Integra. It's a 4-door manual, and yeah, it's been my car that I let my friends borrow and stuff because I don't have a need for it. So I've been letting people borrow it ever since I bought it, which was like 2 years ago. So I'll have a video on that one soon. So this one is missing that. So I gotta add that. It is 1 bolt on the bottom, 2 up top, pull it out, take top head out, put it on. Found some new wheels, which I'm going to pick up now. They're an hour and a half away, so hopefully they have good tires and they're in good condition. But yeah, I'm getting them right before my trip, which I leave tomorrow. So just in time, I'll show you all when I get them.
Purchase more wheels when I feel like I'm third wheeling. My favorite part of the double R's, the bird ceiling.
New wheels. Boom. So I got these, what are they, E46 M3 wheels. I know it's not an M car, but I just hate those stock wheels out there with a passion. And I think these look a whole lot better. The front one is pretty beat up. It has some curb rash on top, and then it's chipped, paint's chipped. It might have been painted before. I don't know if that's common for these, the factory paint on these to chip. But yeah, this one's rough. When I went to go look at them, I did not know that one was rough. He had them like all stacked up and that one was covered and the other ones were on top of it. But it's whatever. He's a nice guy. He even threw in a spare, so I have a spare for one of these. So yeah, I'm still gonna look for another set, but these are good for now. I took this car to go pick them up, as you saw in the clips before, and I've driven it like close to 150 miles now with that new O2 sensor in the rear, and no other check engine lights are on, so that's really cool. My old cluster should be coming back in the mail this week, so when that comes in, I'll be able to put that in, and then there'll be like no lights on the dash, so I'm very excited about that. But now I'm gonna torque the wheels down and then make sure all the tire pressures are correct, and then I'll be ready to drive it. I'm gonna go get wiper blades later, and that's really all it needs before my trip. Tire pressures are all good on it now, so I'm gonna drive it and hopefully no rubbing, which it shouldn't. It's like those other wheels I had on it basically. These are a staggered set, but it's nothing crazy. Check out the CRX videos if you haven't. I just swapped it. It's amazing. And then yeah, check out my other videos. I got a ton of other videos and I got some coming. If anybody wants to buy some M parallel wheels and you're close to Northern Virginia, got this set staggered 18-inch ones. They're all in really good shape actually, and then all the tires are actually pretty good. The rears are close to done, but they have a little bit of life left. So yeah, let me know. These will get put on the car when I sell it, so I'm not selling these. These will get sold when I sell the car or when I find a different set. Always make sure your spare has air. It may feel pretty full and look pretty full, but have nothing